I'm your host, Lizeth Velasquez.
And I'm your co-host, Ernesto Salcedo.
This week's theme is all about basketball, so let's get into this week's broadcast.
Want to find out the new languages for this week? Let's skip on over to our show to find out.
What's the history of basketball? Tune into my show to find out. What's up, Fairgrove? I'm your host, Tyler White. Skip over to our show to find out this week's question.
What's up, Fairgrove? My name is Zephyr Angulo, your host for Song of the Week. So skip over to my show to find out what the Song of the Week is.
What's up, Falcon? This week we have a basketball themed week. So if you want to see what game we have, then watch into our show to find out.
Yo, what's good, Falcons? I'm your host for Weekly Weather. If you want to know this week's weather, then dunk over to our show to find out.
What's goody? I'm David Ferrendo, your host for Skateboard Trick of the Week, and this week's all about basketball. So I'll be showing you guys 3 tips you beginners can use when starting out skating to improve.
What's up, Falcons? Today the Falcons Club, where I'll be showing you how to make a 3-layer peanut butter sandwich.
This week's word of the day is...
He heard me with his words.
The word of the day
is dunk, and the number of the day is...
Here's my number.
Back to the phone. Number of the day.
We chose the word dunk because dunk is a way you can score points in basketball. And we chose the number 3 because 3 is a prime, odd, and rational number.
3 is also an integer and a whole number.
I'm your new host, Amber Romero, for this new show called What's Up with Fairgrove. We have less than 3 events happening this week. Next week on December 7th, there's going to be a field trip to Griffith Park, Duarte, and all Mr. D students and Mr. Q's 6th grade math and science are going to be going. So let's take a quick look at an interview we did with Mr. D. Why did you choose to go to the Griffith Park Observatory?
Well, Amber, the reason why we picked the Griffith Park Observatory is it's an LA landmark. It is iconic. It is also a place that deals with math and science and technology, and there's a great little nature hike we're going to take as we go up to the observatory.
Who's going to be going on this field trip?
The people that are going on this trip are all of my students from my math and science, media tech, and broadcasting class, as well as Mr. Q's 6th grade math and science students.
I hope we dunked that interview with Mr. D. Let's head back to the studio with your host, Lizeth and Ernesto.
Hey, I'm glad we came back from Thanksgiving break. What did you do that week?
I did a lot of things, but on Thanksgiving, my family came over and we had dinner at my house.
That's nice. We did the same thing. So let's head over to different ways to say with Mackenzie.
Welcome back, Falcons, to Different Ways to Say. I'm your host, Mackenzie Marana. This week we will be teaching you Esperanto and Turkish. Since this week's theme is basketball, the sentence will be, basketball isn't just a sport, it's a lifestyle. The first language up is Esperanto. What are you trying to say? Basketball ni nur sport de estás vestido.
Basketbalo nie estas nur sporto, ĝi estas vestilo.
The next language up is Turkish. Basketball sadece bir spor değil, rasyon tarzı.
Basketbol sadece bir spor değil, yaşam tarzı.
Don't forget to dunk.
Who's the hottest Uber driver you've ever had?
I never went to Uber driver.
On the haters. And don't forget the 3.
I want to be a cowboy, baby. Yeah. I want to be a cowboy, baby.
Best basketball teams are the Lakers, Celtics, and Bulls. That's all for today, folks. Now back to the studio with your hosts, Ernesto and Lizette.
I saw so many people in line in front of GameStop waiting to get a video game on Black Friday.
Really? I wonder what game everyone was getting.
Yeah, me too. It's probably a game that recently came out. Anyways, we should head over to Game Alert with your host, Anthony Navarro.
It's beautiful. Hey, you got 10 seconds. There it is. That's the one.
Hey Falcons, I'm Anthony Navarro, your host for Game Alert. Since this week's theme is basketball, the game we have is 2K19. 2K19 came out on September 11, 2018. So about 3 months ago. 2K19 is available for PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC. When playing this game, I hope you can dunk
Thanos brick.
on your opponents. Now let's go check out some quick gameplay on 2K19.
Hey, this that Eastside Johnny Big Redemption like. Know what I'm talking about? Hold up. Whoa, 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 whoa. Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way, yeah. You either with me or against me, Go and get your money. None of my hitters on some funny I can tell real about who you're running with. I'm all in the field, duck lunch. Hit my plug just to re-up and he was like, boop. Here. People knew just what it was, flipped the whole dub and gave it back, boop. Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way, yeah. Get out the way, get by my way, yeah. Win, 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 win. Curve everything else. Win, 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 win.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Remember, Falcons, finish all your homework before you start to play video games. Now back to the studio with Lizeth and Ernesto.
Ernesto, have you learned how to do the kickflip yet?
No, I'm still trying to get that done.
So am I. Anyways, you should head over to Skateboard Trick of the Week.
She's screaming, I body slam on the cement until the concrete gave and created a sinkhole. Bury this thing.
Hey Falcons, I'm David Fernando, your host for Skateboard Trick of the Week. In today's show, I'll be showing you 3 skateboard tips that you beginners can use. I've seen that a lot of people who enjoy the show actually don't skate. So hopefully this show can actually encourage you to start skating, and you can actually use these tips when beginning. Personally, Josh actually encouraged me to start skating. Anyways, here are the 3 tips that you beginners can use. The first tip you can start using is to be able to know how to push. For example, there's the normal way of pushing, and there's also another way of pushing called Mongo. Obviously, the normal way of pushing is better because it's easier to balance and it's easier to get speed. Also, Mongo pushing is associated with posers, and trust me, you do not want to be caught that. Now let's move on to the second tip. Second tip is to be able to know how to fall properly. Starting skating will be difficult because you'll surely fall. However, if you know how to fall properly, you won't take that much of an impact. Here are a couple examples of falling. As you can see, there's 2 main types of falling, with your hands and tuck and rolling. When falling with your hands, it's usually gonna be when you fall in flat ground. When tuck and rolling, it's usually off a ledge or like stairs. Now let's move on to the last and final tip, number 3. The final tip is to be able to know to commit. This might sound weird to new skaters, but if you learn how to commit, you can actually do your tricks to your full extent. Well, those were the 3 tips. Now here's some quick facts about the connection of basketball and skating. You may not know this, but actually a lot of NBA players skate, or used to. These include Kyrie Irving, Steve Nash, and Carrick Felix, who are all known to be good dunkers. Also, Kyrie Irving was the first NBA basketball player to go to the world's #1 most famous indoor skate park. Well, that was it. I hope you learned a thing or two. Now back to the studio with Ernie and Lizette.
We'll be back after these short messages.
What's up, loser?
Action.
Why'd you do that?
Cause I can, you dweeb. Ha 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 ha. Hey, what book are you reading?
I'm reading I Survived the Great Chicago Fire of 1871.
Can I see it?
Here you go.
Thanks. Reading rocks!
Do you know what question Tyler will be asking this week?
No, I haven't heard anything from them yet.
Then let's head over to This or That with Tyler White to find out what this week's question is.
What's up, Fairgrove? I'm your host for This or That. This week's question is all about basketball. This week's question is, would you rather be good at shooting 3-pointers or being able to dunk a basketball?
3-pointer. Dunking. I would dunk.
I want to be good at shooting a 3-pointer.
Dunking the basketball.
I would rather be good at shooting a dunk.
Shoot a 3.
I want to be good at dunking.
Shooting a 3-pointer.
I would want to be good at shooting a 3-pointer.
3-pointer.
Dunking.
I would be better. I would want to be good at dunking a basketball.
Dunking a basketball got 50%, shooting a 3-pointer also got 50%, so it turns out it's a draw.
I hope it isn't as cold as last week.
Yeah, me too, but I wish it rains. Now let's head over to Weekend Weather with your host, Edgar Reynoso.
What's up, Falcons? I'm your host for Weekly Weather, and welcome back from Thanksgiving break. Hopefully you guys had a great time because I did. I spent time with more than 3.
I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch
3 people I was grateful for. But anyways, let's hop into this week's forecast. On Tuesday, it's going to be sunny with a high 64 and a low 43. On Wednesday, it's going to be raining with a high 61 and a low 43. On Thursday, it's going to be raining with a high 63 and a low 43. On Friday, it's going to be partly cloudy with a high 65 and a low 45. That's this week's forecast. Now let's hop into this week's Doppler radar. As you can see, there's going to be tons of rain in California, some rain in Utah and Nevada. That's it for this week, Falcons. So let's dribble back to studio with Ernesto and Lizette.
What do you think Abram and Mr. May will be talking about this week?
I'm actually not sure, but we should go check out Myth Busting with Mr. May with your host, Abram.
That's a fact, let us swerve. That's a fact, that's a fact.
I'm your host, Abram Estrada from Myth Busting with Mr. May. What's the history of basketball? Now let's ask Mr. May.
Okay, some historical facts about basketball. Basketball was invented by James Naismith. He was a Canadian citizen that was teaching down here in Springfield, Massachusetts at the YMCA. And he was credited for inventing basketball in 1891. What he wanted to do, he wanted a game that they could play indoors during the winter time, because you know in Massachusetts it snows a lot. So he thought about it and played around with the kids, and they came up with putting up these peach baskets up on a wall 10 feet above the ground and using a soccer ball. And so that's how basketball was developed. That's all I have to say. It's a really interesting history and a lot of fun to watch.
Thanks, Mr. May. The slam dunk.
Later, Mom. What's up? Me and my boys going to see Uncle Cracker. Give him that back, Jordan. Do you want to go see Uncle Cracker now?
Was created in the 1940s by Bob Kurland. Hang on, Falcons, only 3.
Johnny has 19 bottles of this soap, and he gets Gina. Wait, why does Johnny have so many soaps? Mind your business, Dave!
More weeks till winter break. That's it for this week, Falcons. Now back to the studio with Lizette and Ernesto.
I wonder what Perla will be making this week.
Yeah, me too. We should go check out Falcon Cooks with your host, Perla Colleen, to find out what she will be making.
What's up, Falcons? Welcome to Falcons Cook. I'm your host, Perla Colleen. For this week's snack, we are making a 3.
Johnny has 19 bottles of this soap, and he gets Gina. Wait, why does Johnny have so many soaps? Mind your business, Dave!
Layer peanut butter sandwich. The utensils you need are a spoon and a cutting board. But before you start making your snack, wash your hands for 30 seconds. The ingredients you need are 3 slices of bread, peanut butter, and an orange. The first thing you need to do is spread peanut butter on your slices of bread. next thing you need to do is put all your slices of bread on top of each other. The last thing you need to do is peel your oranges, cut it in half, then put your orange pieces on top of the bread. This week we have Manuel trying our slam dunk.
Powers? Yeah, he's been invisible my whole life, see? That's horrible, Billy.
How's it horrible?
Of a snack.
That was very good.
Well, that's all for this week, Falcons.
That's it for this week, Falcons. Now let's head over to Song of the Week with your host, Zefrino Angulo.
They're playing basketball. We love that basketball.
What's up, Fairgrove? My name is Zefrino Angulo, your host for Song of the Week. And this week I'll be showing you pictures and telling you what this week's song is. This week's song is Basketball. This song was released in 2002 by Bow Wow, and its genre is hip hop. I chose this song because it's a fun basketball themed song. I hope you enjoy.
Jay and Moses Malone. I like slam dunks and taking it to the hoop. My favorite play is the alley-oop. I like the pick and roll. I like the give and go. Cause it's basketball or Mr. Curtis flow. Take the girl to see Tiny play against Earl the Pearl and Will, Big O and Jerry West play basketball at its very best. Basketball has always been my thing. I like Magic Bird and Bernard King. And number 33, my man Kareem is the center of my starting team. Yes, Clyde, Rick, Barry, and Pistol Pete. Now these players could never be beat. Isaiah and Iceman too. Just give them the ball, and then you talk up too. Dantley and Wilkins are on the scene, and Ralph Simpson is really mean. Bill Russell didn't take no jump, and Dal Dawkins got a monster dunk. To the hoop, y'all. Yes. Ha-ho, here I go. Dips. Oh, you can't check me, man. Get on down. Oh yeah, I like this basketball. Dip. Now here I go in your face. Swish. Oh yeah. To the hoop, y'all. It's basketball. Tell me where